Hello, guys. Welcome to the first and probably only episode of this Quirky Talk podcast presented by yours truly, JR. And I'm really nervous to uh, start this podcast, but I really wanted to uh, do this for a long time. And I'm starting to build confidence to present myself. Probably be speaking English, but I can also speak Filipino on this one since that's actually my main language. But anyway, we'll start this podcast right about now. Okay, so first things about myself. Okay, so I'm 22 years old, living in Manila, or specifically Caloocan. Um, I'm actually have a job right now, which is being a teacher, a high school teacher, to be precise. And by my accent, I'm an English teacher. And since I have a job, I didn't really want or didn't have any, motivation to continue the YouTube channel. I mean, I'm busy talaga ako nung time na yun. But even though that I'm busy, I'm still thinking that I need to continue my YouTube channel. And with that, ayun nga, I lost content, and my software isn't really enough to have me record on what I want. Yun nga eh. I don't have like the setup to do it. Pero I have so many plans on doing much more on my channel. And probably this is the first real content na mapapresent ko sa inyo. Yan, so pilot episode of our Quirky Talk. Ayan. So I have some topics to present to you, no? So first is yung how's my life? So it's been good. I mean, itong pandemic na to, sinubukan tayo lahat na maging matatag despite all of the bad things that have happened. It really tested our mettle. Itong pandemic na to, it took away or it takes away yung mga plano natin, dreams, ayan. Try to continue, but we don't know really what to expect lalo na may pandemic. How much long do we endure this one? Ayan. And in general naman, okay naman ako. Keep my family intact. I still live with my parents. Ayan. Kahit 22 years old na ako, I still live with my parents. Ayan. But, ayun nga. It's actually a decent life so far. And I really pray na sana bumuti na ang lahat, na wala na itong pandemic na to. Or any other events na ayun nga, it really was, or it's a really strange experience for us. And also how's my life ever been? I mean, as a teacher, marami rin ako natunan, but we'll go on to that later, no? So personally, no, I really have some plans to do, but I'm not really vocal about it. Yan, probably on future episodes, makukuha niyo yan. Okay? Ayan, so how's my life ever been? It's actually good. Ayan, nasabi ko na rin, medyo repetitive. Yung maturity, hindi ako mapagsabi ko na maturity ko rin, no? Since, yun nga, I can consider myself as a late bloomer, no? I mean, yung mga kaibigan ko, may mga iba't ibang gigs na sila, may mga iba't ibang ventures, pero ako parang delayed. Ayan, on the way that I plan things. Pero, yung maturity na yun, magkikick in na lang yan eh. All of a sudden, or probably at some point in my life, ayan, yung maturity probably, it will kick in. Ano pa ba? I'm still relationship. I probably not planning on ayun nga, mahirap makapasok dyan. As for me, no? Hindi rin talaga ako madiskarte when it comes to that, since I didn't experience anything, yung mga ganyan. Crush meron, but yun nga, I'm not that much of informative about dyan. Don't know the know-hows. Ayan. So, good naman. Medyo nag-worry rin about the future, no? Ayan, as I've said before, itong pandemic. Ayan. Future plans, probably, ayun nga, hirap rin maglista ng mga ganun, to be honest. But, I'm more of a, situational guy. I'm trying to know muna kung ano yung situation ngayon and then how to act on it, no? Yan. Sorry for the background noise, no? I don't have the setup yet to do a clear audio presentation para dito, but ayun nga, it's medyo may mga background noise pa kayo maririnig, but probably if I get the setup that I need, probably you will experience a much more clearer presentation. Ayan, so anyway, back to my life, ano nangyari sa buhay ko. Itong panahon na to, mas marami akong nasa-expose ako sa internet lalo. Ayan, especially sa mga memes na yan. Already, or some people might not know me as, or might know me as a meme connoisseur. Yung mga parang ako yung nagsishare ng mga dank memes na yan. But yun yung parang way of coping myself and way of to make myself alive, to make myself happy. Ayan, gusto ko rin maging happy para sa sarili ko rin since ayun nga, mahirap. Ayan, may mga narinig pa kayong TV noises or parang voices in the background, but ayun nga, as I said before. So anyway, back to the memes, no? It's actually a culture for me since I've exposed myself too much on the internet. And when it comes to memes, it's really a parang niche thing na siya, no? I'm teaching actually media information literacy, no? And I spoke a lot about memes, and what makes meme a cultural thing is that it can spread easily. Ayan, it spreads so easily that it may reach different audiences. Ayan, so it's an international multicultural thing. But the thing is, when it comes to memes, it actually revolves our lives na rin, no? Like kung ano man ang nangyayari sa mundo ngayon, there's a meme for it. And kung gusto mo man react sa mga certain situations, probably there's a meme for that, no? Ayan. And also, ginagamit ko rin yun sa mga usual conversations, pero sa tingin ko naman, hindi naman magre-revolve ang mga memes or naka-stuck lang ang memes sa buhay natin na may life has much more deeper, has more depth than just putting meme into it, no? Ayan. Yung memes na rin, I really really like to share it, and yung mga feedback na rin, it actually feedback is pretty much, um, ayun, funny feedback. Haha-reacts, yung mga ganyan. And as long as magets nila yung joke mo and it is actually, ayun nga, relatable sa kanila, then it tickles their funny bone, which is all that matters na rin. Ayan, may nakita rin ako mga offensive memes probably, which I'm not going to talk about on this, no? Pero ayun nga, recently may mga ganun rin, no? But I will talk about that on future episodes na rin. Ayan, so yung mga, no, probably on different episodes na, no? Yan, yung mga memes na yan. It really revolves around too much in our lives and probably will stay here for a long time na rin since the evolution of technology will allow it to happen. Yan. Yun yung parang ano yan. Speaking of yun yung memes, na-incorporate ko naman siya dun sa teaching ko eh. And when it comes to teaching, no, as a first year teacher, it is really a great experience so far since ayun nga, I graduated as a Bachelor of Science in Bachelor of Secondary Education major in English. Ayan, so when it comes to that, as a first year teacher, I learned a lot for this year, no? But it is not the year that I hope for since lahat naman tayo gusto yung face-to-face classes setup, di ba? Ayan, so yung face-to-face setup, I hope na magkaroon tayo ng ganyan ulit. So that yung parang authentic na learning or authentic learning nandoon. Kahit sabihin mo na, ay, nagiging cyber na ang learning, nagiging remote na, which is actually true, but ayun nga, the support, the fun, the camaraderie is unmatched when it comes to during face-to-face classes. Ayan. So, as a first-year teacher, that's taken away from me to have a first year in an actual classroom. But learning still goes on naman to begin with. So, firstly, no, yung ginagawa natin or as a teacher is to prepare. Yan, yung experience ko to prepare is that I wake up, I eat my breakfast, ayan, and then set up yung table ko, and then yung ilaw na rin. Light is much really a necessity, lalo na kapag nasa Google Meet ka, and also yung mga parang interactions mo, kailangan ikaw yung nandun sa center eh. Yan. Para ikaw yung, let's say, I mean, not really as a dominant figure, you want your students to be really involved in your discussion, but yun nga, light's actually a necessity na rin dun sa mga teaching setup ng mga teachers, no? Another thing, no, what takeaways from my teaching this year is that students are having a really difficult time on difficult time during this time, no? Paulit-ulit, but I've seen na rin yung mga students that are ranting, complaining na rin about dyan, and I understand naman kung bakit nahirapan. Some may actually find learning easier, but many or most probably will want to have in classroom, no? Because yun nga, yung reinforcement na tinatawag nila, yung reinforcement from the teachers, from school authorities, that's actually one of the main reasons kung bakit yung mga iba yung nahirapan sa mga ganun. Is yung parang direct contact and direct support. Ayan, but we're still trying to make it work naman. Ayan, pero ayun nga, marami pa rin ang nahihirapan because they don't have gadgets, they don't have load, internet, etc. So, that's self-explanatory. Na, ayun nga, kailangan mo ng internet para mapag-aral, right? Ayan, kahit sabihin mo yung mga modular Ayan, still, yung mga pagko-contact pa nga lang sa magulang, no, kailangan pa ng load yan, and yung load, ginagawang internet. Ayan, so, probably, that's a difficult task for all of us na rin, teachers, students, and then parents. But, that's one takeaway is that everyone is actually doing what they can, or they're exhausting all their resources. Yan. Or we're doing what we can do right now. Ayan. But I hope na magkaroon tayo ng face-to-face classes. I really do. Especially for college students, no? Or not really especially, no? Lahat naman. Not really focusing on one level. Everything from the basic education to postgraduate. Ayan, they ligtas balik eskwela ang ang ating hinaing. But yun, paano tayo magkakaroon ng ligtas balik eskwela kung hindi tayo magkakaroon ng immunity sa pandemic na to? Yan. That's my that's a takeaway from my rookie year as a teacher. Third is that you have to be relatable sa kanila. As I've said before, yung memes nagiging that's a new wave of interacting with students. So if you want to be, or as a rookie teacher, it is actually a crucial thing to be relatable na rin sa kanila, since yun nga yung parang nagpapabuhay sa kanila eh. Ayan. And I use those memes or I incorporate them to in my discussion, no? And the feedback has actually been good so far. Ayan. And I really want to put them in my discussion. Or just as I've said before, yung memes hindi lang naman limited yan sa pictures, but also on personalities. I mean, a meme can be a person, no? So I try to impersonate some of the memeable na mga personalities. Ayan. So as a first year teacher, that's another takeaway. Ayun nga, you need to support them. Ayan, you need to support yung students rin. And as long, yun nga, relatable, but also as a rookie teacher na rin, parang yung age gap between your students is actually noticeable, no? So ayun nga, I actually needed to support them, be supportive to everything. Ayan. And ayan, as a rookie teacher, marami rin ako natutunan. Yung pagiging empathetic, mas lalong na-display yan sa akin. I mean, not to make a selling point on how to be empathetic, but that's what teachers should do, is to have empathy with their students na rin. During these times, they need emotional support na rin, and to be empathetic and to be understandable. Yan. Hindi ka lang may parang understandable, have a great day na response. Parang you need to be there all the time. Pwedeng yun nga, merong time na or schedule ng mga teachers, but kung yun nga, may mga times na nag-chat sila sa inyo late. But for me, that's okay na rin. Yun, they need someone to talk to. Ayan, so ayun yung parang one of my what do you call this, eventful na pangyayari ng school year. Ayan, so another thing, no, materials, okay, na-discuss ko na rin yun. Another thing is you need to be knowledgeable, and add some parang a little bit of trivia for every information that you spout. I mean, not necessarily na kailangan may trivia on everything, but a random trivia can really help. Ayan. And to have like depth of knowledge na rin on those parts. Sa Rookie Teacher, I had to read everything, yung content, since yung mga tinuturo ko is medyo complicated, but I try to understand everything. And may mga times nga that I learn while I teach. Sabi nga nung I think that's one of the I think it's one of the best way to learn is learning by doing. What's one of the theories that I learned in learning college, the cone of experience. Ayan, so yung cone of experience na yun, ang pinakamataas dun is yung parang na rin, or not really yung cone of experience, but yung learning by doing is that you retain 90% of the information if you do it. Yan. So, correct me if I'm wrong, no? Yan. I had to read it again just to know ulit. Yan. But, anyway, ayun. I learned with them, not instead of just putting up informations, putting parang information transfer lang yung nangyayari, no? Yan. So, may narinig pa kayong mga noise, but that's okay. Ayun pa. So, teaching takeaways, that's actually, yun nga. And it's actually really great time to, great time to teach, no? I was able to showcase yung talents ko. I was able to showcase kung ano yung nalaman ko, and I just really want to talk what I know on everything, not really on everything, but on the subject matter, at least, no? That's really what I want to do in probably my life. I mean, I have other not really other plans, but ayun nga, there's a parang joy when it comes to speaking. Ayan, kahit mismo sa sarili ko, parang hindi ako magaling na speaker compared sa mga taong nakilala ko. But, ayun nga, parang there's a sense of enjoyment when it comes to sharing what you know. Ayan. So, yun yung parang biggest takeaway from my teaching in this school year now, and there are more school students to come, and that are ready to learn, and so I keep doing what I'm doing best. Ayan, and I hope, or not really hoping, and I need to improve. Or must improve on so many areas. Okay? Ayan, so, teaching takeaways, that's another topic that I've discussed this year, no? Probably you will learn more about some educational stuff on the near future na rin. Ayan. So, let me, ayun nga, another thing, no, is, another thing about me is I'm a sports guy, no? I really like sports. Probably you will hear more sports on this podcast, no? Ayan. So, yung sports that I follow is are basketball, American football, football, yan, soccer, racing. Ayan, I really like motorsport recently. Ayan, so probably you will hear more about Formula 1 on this channel as well. And so I probably have a section on sportsball for this podcast, no? Ayan, so sportsball, basketball, I really follow NBA. The NBA playoffs, I'll probably share some of a few highlights, no? So, yeah, my favorite team is the Lakers, and I'm really got disappointed on how they played during this playoffs, or especially as a season, because the writing is on the wall, no? AD not getting healthy all the time. LeBron is really carrying everything, no? When LeBron is on the floor, he's actually have a I think the team overall has a positive plus minus, while if he's not on the floor, everyone's plus minus is going down, sometimes having negative tens on average. Ayan. Mavericks yun nga, parang bet ko rin sila dati na makapasok pa ng second round, but they got beaten earlier, no? Next, ano pa? Yan, football. I support Chelsea and they just won the Champions League recently, so really proud to be a Chelsea fan. Ayan, and also that insane CONCACAF Nations League, I think, final between USA and Mexico, where USA beat them in USA beat Mexico in extra time. Ano pa? American football, no? I just heard that Julio Jones was traded to the Titans, which means that Ryan Tannehill can throw the ball more, have targets, and have a balanced attack with them to pair with AJ Brown. Formula One. I think I have to discuss the Azerbaijan GP on another episode, no? Because that was an insane race, and probably Formula One in season so far. Because this season is actually really interesting, and I've recently been in Formula One, no, since 2020. I think 2020 pa, no? And I'm learning yung history na rin ng sport, no? Ayan, so those are probably will be covered more sa mga future episodes. Ayan, so itong podcast na to, I think this will be my project for this channel. I think naman this will be a really good content to showcase, because I really want to talk about stuff. It may be a few stuff, but I want this to last na rin, no? So I hope na you've learned, or I hope you enjoyed listening to this, especially that this is my first time, and yun nga, may narinig pa kayo mga background noise, so I hope na magkaroon na rin ako ng magandang setup to talk about things. Okay? Ayan, so thank you, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.